Okay, so first today I want to start off by saying thank you to everybody that's been subscribing. When I first started this channel, it was during the pandemic. My main goal was just really to get my former students to have something they could refer to. Uh, so yeah, that's why I started the channel. Wasn't really trying to make it into something big. Still not big, but now getting closer to 1,000 subscribers feels kind of cool. We're about 100 something away, and it's cool to see a community growing. And I'm hoping we can keep growing, make a full army. So today, what we're gonna go through is how do we make drills now with what we have, right? We've gone through the basic strikes, we've gone through the mice, and now also gone through the deep body free forms. So how do we start making drills now so we make sure that we're still practicing everything, but maybe not having it separated, but instead combining different movements and the different forms and stuff. And this is the step I would say before you get into what we call freestyle, right? Like where it's really just a free flow. But before that, we still want to make sure that we're learning how to transition between different movement, if it's from a strike to a block, or from strike to a strike, or block to a block, right? So that's what we're going to go through today. So let's say one way I started doing in the beginning, once I had my mice, I was doing them in order, like 1 through 12. Then what I started doing, I did 1 through 12, then 12 to 1, going backwards. After that, I started doing odd numbers, then even numbers, right? And mixing up a little bit like this, because they don't have, it's not a sequence per se, it's more just different forms, right? So they don't have to be in this specific order. But this way it teaches you a little bit how to transition from each movement into the next one, right? And this is what we really want to build, where it shouldn't feel forced after a while. After a while, it should just feel like we can flow, right? So now, let's say if I was doing, let's say my 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I go into my 4 blocks now. Maybe I'm using cross blocks. Maybe I go from here to here. See, now I'm going into deep bob, right? So this is what I want you to start practicing now, is trying to feel what could come easy after the next one, right? Now, also another thing is, like, don't want to just be stationary when you're practicing. You do want to practice your movement. And even like as we practice my 1 standing still and walking it could be done going sideways, right? Could be done going sideways, could be done going in circles, right? So now is when you're gonna start trying to adapt movements a little bit and just try different ones out, just to see how you feel. If you feel comfortable going backwards with it, if you feel comfortable going to the side with it. And in one of my latest videos, there was a guy that asked a really good question, and it was with these blocks, right? Where we tend to block with the blade of the sword. I explained this in the blocking video, how the sword is 3 parts: handle, blocking part, striking part, right? Normally we do want to block with this part, but that is more like if we're trying to stop, like a blunt block. Now, when we do use the tip and stuff, it's more like a deflecting or redirecting. So we're not trying to bluntly stop it, right? So even on this one, the way it looks in the beginning, it looks very solid, but what is going to happen is it's going to actually move. So there's never like a stopping point where I stop, go, strike. Instead, it's going to flow, and this makes it more of a redirection, and this way the sword wouldn't get as damaged. Even though if you look at a real sword after a battle fight, they would be all jagged, like they all be jagged. There's no way that you could actually really prevent it in a real fight, right? But now in practice, the way I want you to think about those a little bit is that you are moving with it, right? Even if you're going into these, right, you're still always flowing with it. So you don't just think stop, right? Like you see in the movies where one is pushing against the other one. That's not reality, right? In real, we want to just try to flow always. This way we don't go force against force, right? All right, so like I showed you, I could go from a mai into blocking into a deep bow, right? So now when you're practicing, think about that. Also, like we were going through the free forms, try the variation of level of strikes, right? Like even on the first one, right? We went to neck strikes. Try it to the leg. You could also go back strikes, right? There's so many variations now. So today's video, that's what it's all about. Not too long, but more just about trying to figure out how to go to the next step and making you feel more comfortable and flow a little bit better, okay? All right, so thank you guys very much for today. Keep practicing and don't forget to subscribe, okay?